In Week 8, the Buffalo Bills headed west to Seattle for just the second time in 20 years, and they earned a victory by a score of 31-10 in a blowout win. While the Bills came away with the win, so did the fans as Bills Mafia staked their claim in 12th man territory with a takeover of Lumen Field. And prior to the game, Seahawks fans had a lot to say on social media, emphasizing their misplaced overconfidence with a lot of dumb comments. Now, unfortunately for those fans, I've got the receipts, and I'm about to expose them in this video. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. I'm Jake Varco, and I'm back in the studio after making the trip out west to Seattle. If you haven't yet, go ahead and check out my video, my live reaction from Seattle to the Week 8 victory. It was a nice, solid win. Really, no stress. It was a stress-free game, and that's not something that's typical for the Buffalo Bills, but we'll take it. Big win for the Buffalo Bills, advancing to 6-2 on the season as they approach a Week 9 date against the Miami Dolphins this upcoming Sunday. I'll also be there and at every home game throughout the remainder of the season, so stay tuned for all that content and so much more. And right now, we gotta read some dumb comments, but before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to subscribe. Stay tuned for all that content I just mentioned, and click like on this video. Helps this channel in a big time way. Let's read some dumb comments. Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Prior to kickoff, Hawks Nest 206 on Instagram shared a controversial reel that was captioned, "Josh Allen better be ready." I actually responded to this reel live from Lumen Field just for your viewing pleasure, so check it out.
I guess it's safe to say that Josh Allen was indeed ready, and Bills Mafia came out in full force today. Hawks fans are gone because Bills fans, Bills Mafia, we went hawk hunting here at Lumen Field on your turf. Great job of defending your dirt. Go Bills. See ya in 4 years.
Only 13 on Instagram says, "No more L's in the 12's house." I think this is just a crazy thing to say about a team that recently lost to the New York Giants at their own home stadium. Really? We all know that the Seahawks took an L in Week 8, but Bills Mafia basically made it a home game by traveling across the country and taking over your city and your stadium. Even Geno Smith recognized that this was basically another Buffalo Bills home game.
But hats off to Buffalo. They came in, they beat us at home. Their fans traveled well. It was real loud in there. Kind of felt like we were on the road at times. So they came out, they fought, they beat us.
Overall, I'd say that is pretty embarrassing. Geno Smith worshipper on Instagram says, "Yeah, Geno gonna up the Bills." How is Geno Smith going to up the Bills? Is it by taking a taunting penalty after tossing the ball in the face of a Bills player? Or is it by tripping over his offensive lineman on 4th and goal? Either way, those were both pretty costly mistakes. I think that everybody respects Geno Smith's resurgence to relevance in the NFL, but let's be real. He's just not that dude. Anybody watching can clearly see that he's limited at the quarterback position, and he's simply a game manager, nothing more. He'll help your team get to the playoffs, but he's not going to take you any further. That's the difference between him and some of the game's elite talents at the quarterback position. Smith is the definition of a check down Charlie. I'm not sure he's going to be up too many teams other than the Seahawks. Daniel Asotasi says, "I see another blowout win. Let's go, boys. Josh Allen, 3-interception game." Okay, sure. Josh Allen did throw his first interception of the season. I'll give you that one. However, Josh Allen's interception resulted in 0 points for the Seahawks, despite them being inside the 10-yard line after that. Geno Smith fell on 4th and goal. Whatever. It's not worth talking about because this did result in a blowout, like you were saying. Just not for the team that you were hoping. Jake McBride 019 said that the Bills are about to get ran the over, bruh. You were wrong, bruh.
Bruh.
Obviously, that was the game plan for the Seattle Seahawks offense, to attack the middle of the field with Kenneth Walker III, but it still didn't work out against what was a banged-up Buffalo Bills linebacking core that was without Terrell Bernard. Walker had just 9 carries for 12 yards. However, the Seahawks did get ran the over by James Cook and the Buffalo Bills. James Cook ran wild on the Seattle Seahawks in this game. He had a heavy workload in Buffalo's Hawk Hunt as he rushed for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns en route to a blowout win by a score of 31-10. Borbo04 says Seattle by 40. Come on now. Come on now. This comment is laughable because, first of all, the Seahawks putting up 40 points is a rarity. Second of all, beating a team by 40 points is a whole different subject that we haven't touched on. Come on, man. You think that you're going to score 40 on the Bills and then beat us by 40? You were just asking to be on one of these videos. Like I said at the top of this video, Seahawks fans were overconfident entering this game. You could hear them at the stadium before the game a little bit, but that really quieted down real quick as the Buffalo Bills stormed out to an early lead and they never looked back. Seattle didn't lead in this game for 1 second. 1 second. Not 1 second. So, they were pretty quiet. The 12th man was hushed up. Bills Mafia was loud, rowdy, proud. We took over like we take over at just about every stadium, and it's really impressive because this is as far as it can get for a road game. Bills Mafia, amazing fan base. Love you all. Bills Mafia is amazing, and it's never surprising, but it's still just a shock to see it in action all the way over on the West Coast. It's amazing. Love to see it. And that wraps up this week's Reading Dumb Comments segment. Obviously, there was a lot on this video, and there's going to be more, hopefully soon. After every single Buffalo Bills win, I will be reading dumb comments from the opposing team's fan base on social media. So stay tuned for that and so much more right here on the channel. I just mentioned that I will be at the Miami Dolphins Buffalo Bills Week 9 game, and I'll have a lot of content being released throughout the weekend, throughout the week from my trip to Seattle. So stay tuned for all that and so much more. Go Bills! Thank you for watching. I'm Jake Varco, and this is the Bills Bunker.